Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is your Maker 2199 bringing you guys another commentary. Today, I want to talk to you guys about fear. Now, fear is a weird topic for me because it's like an emotion, a state of being. So, it's kind of awkward to talk about it because everybody goes through fear differently and it depends on the situation. But I just want to break it down because I usually find that a lot of people, when they have fear, it's excessive and it shouldn't be. I've usually found that anything that you do that's excessive is not a good thing. So I'm gonna try to help you guys as much as I can to overcome fear. I know that for me, fear has been a big issue and I've been able to successfully overcome it in a few situations. So look at this. This was so dumb. I can't believe it. I've been having such a hard time hitting those blind Nasher fires. I don't know. It's been really dumb. I think they need to fix that. I don't know if you guys have been having the same trouble with this game. Excuse me. But fear is one of those things that kept me personally back from doing a lot of things. Now, I was always involved in sports ever since I was able to, and I think that was like third grade. I used to play basketball and I played multiple sports throughout my school career. And fear was the thing that held me back. Like when I played with my siblings and stuff, I was pretty good. Once I got to play at a team and in front of a crowd, it's always weird because everybody's looking at you. You don't want to mess up. There's always butterflies. So fear is something to overcome. There was definitely some fear there. And it took me a good amount of time to be able to overcome fear. But when I did, I just excelled at the sports that I was playing, and it was really incredible, what I was able to do in that short period of time. So that's what I'm trying to do here for you guys now. This isn't too much of a continuation on my little series that I have going for women, but it's gonna tie in together because I know that we all get fearful to talk to women, especially when we like them. So if we can overcome fear, whether it's sports or whatever. For me, sports was a big one that helped me overcome fear. And if we're able to do this, it gets easier. You're gonna be able to talk to women with a lot more confidence and stuff like that. So that's my goal. So one of the first things that I learned to do was to analyze the situation and to realize that things are not as bad as we make them out to be. And that is absolutely true. Like when I played sports in a team, whether it was basketball, football, golf, whatever it was, every time I messed up, I was being too hard on myself because everybody messes up. Now, I know that you want to try to help your team out as best as you can, and the best way to help out your team is to be at the top of your game. And you're never going to hit a perfect game. So, once I came to realize that and knew that it was okay if I missed a few baskets, it was okay if I missed a few tackles, or if it was golf, it was okay if I messed up in a hole or two, as long as I recovered, and that's the thing to keep in mind. Excuse me, I'm a little bit under the weather, but that's the thing to keep in mind, that you need to overcome your errors and stuff like that to make yourself a better person and player. But if you're able to do so, fear isn't something that's gonna hold you back from that point on. And I know it was definitely the case with me, talking to some women at first too. When you're never at a situation at first, it's awkward because you don't know what to expect. But once you have to put yourself in a scenario and go from experience. You can't do anything perfect. You need to get that experience first, and then you'll start overcoming fear. That's one of the things that I learned most. And as life has continued on for me, the more that I talk to women, the more that I've learned, what their personalities are and stuff, the more that I'm able to talk to them with confidence, and I no longer have, a fear of what happens if I do this or what happens if I say that and stuff like that, because I already have an idea of what might happen or what's going to happen. So yeah, that's just the thing, you know. I think fear comes from, you know, being afraid to fail. But the only way to learn and get better as a person is through failure. You can't learn if you don't fail, you know, and that is true, and I figure that out. So every time that I try to learn, I set myself up, you know, there's a high possibility that I'm gonna fail, but I've never been fearful of it anymore. You know, there's a few things, you know, there's a few exceptions, don't get me wrong, that do get me a little bit fearful and stuff like that, but for the most part, fear is something that I've been able to overcome quite well. Now, you're always gonna have those nerves. Like, for me right now that I'm in school and I need to do a few presentations in front of class, I hate it. It's not something that I like doing, but I have to do it. And yes, I always have nerves and stuff like that before, but I wouldn't call it fear. You know, it doesn't keep me back. Once I get up there and start talking, you know, I overcome the fear and I'm able to do quite well. And that's what I just want to encourage you guys, that fear is something that if it's holding you back from doing something, it's excessive, and it shouldn't hold you back from doing, you know, things that you want to do. Now, don't get me wrong, fear could be great. There's a lot of things that fear will keep us from doing, a lot of stupid stuff that fear will keep us from doing, and it, you know, in some instances it might save your life. Like, I wouldn't jump from a freaking plane like some of my friends have because of fear, but I mean, I think I could overcome it, don't get me wrong. I'm pretty sure I would, but I don't know. I've just seen so many accidents happen when people do that, and I wouldn't risk it. So in scenarios like that, I understand, because my fear levels in that are pretty high, and I have no no reason to try to overcome it to prove a point. But yeah, you know, you could call me a whiz there, but yeah, um, it's coming to the end of the commentary. I'm sorry it was so short. I might continue this in another one. Comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see on the future, and I'll see you then. Thank you.